you'll wonder why. When Scalpely reminds you, it's buy or die. You wanna be strong, then pay that toll, or sit in the grind while the whales take control. Gold's too low, mats don't drop, but here's a quick fix, just check the shop. Professor X, man, hope's getting thin, but for just $99, you can maybe win. Trying to be meta, you wanna survive, one choice remains, bro. Buy or die. Buy fast. Limited time, it ain't gonna last. First hit free, now the cost runs high. Better hit that store, cause it's buy or die.
We were talking about Garbage Pail Kids this morning. I'm going to order my own babe on that.
When Scopely reminds you, it's buy or die.
We were just talking. I want to go. Let's see. Amazon.
Never, never, never gonna get Professor X. Boo hoo, boo hoo. Boo hoo, boo hoo.
Wow, $25.
Never, never, never gonna get Professor X.
I wonder if that blue will key out. Blasted Billy. I like Atom Bomb better.
Never, never, never gonna get Professor X. Boo hoo, boo hoo.
One of these ones are licensed. They have to be. $14 delivery. Oh, come on. Get out of here. Prime. All right. Get out of here. Oh, they're not. Never mind. Fuck these. All right. If you can't get them on Amazon Prime, I'm not getting them. Yeah. Yeah, that's not happening. All right. Yeah, if I can't get it on Amazon Prime or any of that, I'm not getting it.
Waiting for a no, yeah, it's gonna take years. Grinding this mode through boredom and tears. Battle world slow with no end in sight. Guess you'll be here till dawn turns to news. Waiting for a no, yeah, it's gonna take years. Grinding this mode through boredom and tears. Grinding this mode through boredom and tears.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just not. I have a kind of an anti. I'm not paying for shipping. Not paying for shipping. If it's not on Amazon and it's not free shipping, I just don't need it. All right, I don't need it. I'm okay.
Waiting for a no, yeah, it's gonna take years. Grinding this mode through boredom and tears. Waiting for a no, yeah, it's gonna take years. Grinding this mode through boredom and tears.
Yes. Especially when the t-shirt will be $19 flat versus $25 plus $14. Yes, I rather have them hide the shipping in that $19 sheet t-shirt that has no shipping. I rather have them hide that all day long. Yeah, I firmly believe Amazon has got their shipping prices down to very low with their distribution centers. Is it expensive for other people? Yes. But why if I'm always going to pay the shipping price, what's the incentive for them to make it as cheap as possible? For that situation does not happen with Amazon. On Amazon, the shipping price is on their burden. Maybe it is backed into the price, but they're going to try to get that as low as possible. Because it's pure profit when they do that. I'm always would rather have it backed into the price. Yes. Because it forces the company to try to get shipping as low as possible rather than, fuck those guys, they're going to pay shipping, we're just going to tack it on. The same reason why I hate resort fees. That's garbage. I also hate when airlines like, oh, the ticket is $100, but if you want luggage, it's $200. That is a stupid way of doing business, and I'm just opposed to that. Pack it all in together. Tell me the total price up front. And in some countries, they do that too with taxes. They just, the whole price has to show the price with tax. They should do that here too, the States. Show me the total price with tip. Show me the total price with taxes. Otherwise, are they ever going to lower the prices of cost of labor or getting people to work at a fair wage? No, they just, it's an upcharge. I just think it's a bad way of doing business that's not consumer friendly. Give me the total price. Hey, listen, my grandfather had a toy store, and he had a BMW at a big house and a boat and an airplane. And guess what? Toys R Us put him out of business, and then Walmart put Toys R Us out of business, and Amazon is probably going to put Walmart out of business. It's the way it works. Can't fight efficiency. Walmart's probably doing fine. Walmart's going to have to change, though. Walmart is doing fine for now. I do agree with that. I also think Walmart is acutely aware of Amazon. And I do think Walmart can pivot. But I think Target is probably more susceptible to go out of business than a Walmart would ever be. I actually, I mean, if I really dug a little deeper into it, probably Amazon is more likely to put a company like Walmart out of business than, I think a company like Amazon is probably more likely to put Target out of business than Walmart for sure. And I do think that'll happen over time. Target. Yeah, Walmart's making that shift also, yeah. I don't know anything about Target. I just know when I go in there, it's overpriced and it's dead, and all the hot yoga moms are in there. Every time I go into Target, it's just like all these women run around with Starbucks in their shopping cart buying yoga pants. I swear to God. I have no idea. That is my experience with Target, babe. You know this. She's looking at me like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's Target, man. I'm not buying anything there. She'll tell you. Every time she's like, I want to go to Target, it's like, oh, God. I don't want to go there. What? One more time? That's true. You haven't gone there for, but I do complain every time we go there, right? Yeah, I do. I always complain about going to Target. I have a problem with Target. I have a resentment against Target from way back in the day, where I was, I bought something and it was something that was like $300-400, and the lady said, "Hey, if you get the Target credit card or whatever, the Target credit card comes with a longer return policy." I said, all right. So for whatever reason, you know, I had it for like 35 days on a Target card, and I went to return it and they wouldn't return it. They said, well, she misspoke to you. It's not true. It's only the return policy is only this or this or this or whatever it was. I don't know. Like maybe it was different on electronics than for normal merchandise. I says, well, can you pull it up in the system? No, we delete everything. They basically had no record of the transaction. They said, it's on my credit card. Here's my credit card bill, my Target credit card bill. Nope, we don't have credit. I says, I'm never coming back here. And I haven't. I really haven't. It's like, that's stupid. I think what annoyed me the most is that they could not, even though I used their Target credit card, they had no record of my purchase in their system at all. And I said, yeah, we delete, for your privacy, we delete everything. He says, what if I need this serviced? Yeah, it's gone. Unless you have your physical copy of the receipt, you're fucked. I was like, well, this is just our corporate policy. I was like, oh, I'm not coming back here. No, this was, I'd say this was 2017, 16. I think the item was a PlayStation 4. So it was back before PlayStation 5. You're either paying, yeah, that's fine. I don't think it's a couple cents, but if it makes you feel better about Target versus Walmart, go to Target. I have found that things are at least 20% more expensive at Target. And some people would rather have some sort of nice, more warm, fuzzy feeling that they get when they go to Target or Walmart. I'm just not that type of person. In fact, I would get a better feeling by not going to either store and having it shipped to my house and having it come to my front door overnight or the same day. I get a warm, fuzzy feeling by not having to leave my house. I'd rather have that kind of feeling. Yeah, I don't particularly, I mean, other than like food, I don't really, very rarely do I need to see the item in person for me to make a buying decision. And, or do I need it like exactly at this moment? Like, I just don't. Other than food, there's obviously like ice cream or something of that sort. that's not going to ship well. And I need to transport that from the fridge at the store, or like vegetables or whatever. Yeah, that needs to go from the store to my fridge within, you know, whatever that reasonable amount of time. But everything else, yeah, I don't know. I'll get it tomorrow. Ship it. All right, we're going to try this team again. Somebody, Doc, suggested this team yesterday. I don't see this working. Is Burnsy here? Oh, you Burnsy. I didn't say anything yesterday because that you were the fourth person that had some sort of issue with him. That makes sense? Like, I looked it up. You were the fourth one that's had a problem with him. Fourth moderator, including Kat. And that's why I didn't really make an issue out of it. Normally, I would say we got to let those thieves kind of go and just kind of roll with it. Does that make sense? But no big deal. I looked it up right away. It was the fourth time. Yeah. Yeah, it was the fourth time. And Doc, you're welcome here as long as you're chill. I don't know if he's watching or not, but you know, it's just like, normally I would, like, if it was like the first one, I probably would have said, hey man, let's just chill out. And I would have undone it, but I was like, oh my God, this is his fourth time. Because I do want people to kind of be, I don't know how to explain it. I do want to say, I want it to be friendly here, but I do like trolly. I don't think he was being trolly though. Anyways. Yeah, man. I got thick skin. Not always. Sometimes. I don't know. Not always, but I think I have thicker skin than most people. All right, this is kind of garbage. We're having a problem with this. Just don't call me petty. I call people all sorts of neighborhood bad. How's it go, Tezzy? Yeah, I think we have fun here, and I mean, and it's not like I don't care that much normally, except when I'm having a bad day. Boy, this mirror match meta is so much fun. Is any of these none of these, huh? Huh. What's the time limit? I try not to do that ever. I had to call credit card company the other day. I feel like you can do almost everything online. But I had a message from them to specifically call them. So I had to call them. We got the call done. How long? First of all, babe, I want to apologize. The way that I did that yesterday was not good. It's not the right way to do it. Looking back at it, like that was not the right way. How do I do this? How do you rid of that? Flip. But it wasn't that long. It was they picked up within a minute. The problem was actually they picked up right away. Right? I don't think we waited at all. Actually, I was expecting it to be on the phone all the way home. We were just going to be on hold, and that's not what happened. Is they picked up the phone immediately, and then they started asking, and they started asking questions, but it wasn't. Well, the frustrating part of the call was that they had like a script, and then when I would ask for clarification because the question was confusing, like it wasn't worded well, and they just repeated the question back. I was like, that didn't answer my question though. Yeah, I actually very rarely communicate on the phone. Kat actually has real friends and real family members and has meaningful conversations on the phone that I never have. I don't think I use the phone at all. All right, what's okay.
This that crack in life, I don't stress the fight.
Also, I've developed quite a reputation of
Crack in life, easy game plan. While you sweaty, Vincent, parse your stash. I'm clicking claim all, then counting cash.
what I was saying is I don't have my phone doesn't ring or vibrate, and so for me, I have to look at the phone, and I have to be looking at the phone when you're calling me for me to answer it. I swear that's dumb, right? And then I also have every phone number that is not saved in my phone book gets sent to voicemail. Like if you're not in my phone number, it just gets sent to voicemail. But if you're in my phone numbers, in my phone list, it doesn't ring anyways. That's really horrible. Like Kat's like, you're like the worst emergency contact ever. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change that somehow.
I'm just playing the fool. No go, no thrill, no dopamine. Just math and salt on a loading screen. It's not PV.
I figure if it's important, I'll call them back. They'll leave a message or they'll text me and I'll call them back. No, I mean, it's not that I'm important or anything. It has nothing to do with like, it's just, I kind of feel like, so this happened to me back in the day when I was working as in the financial services industry. I gotta grab something to drink real quick. I'm gonna be right back. I don't think I'm out of monsters. Yeah, I'll explain my thinking on it.
Cosmic crucible ain't content. It's a contract I forgot I signed.
Why am I still here? Wasting my night. Fighting ghosts in a server with no light. Built a kingdom, now I rule no land. Just clicking for pixels, I can't even stand.
Crucible blues. It's a slow decline. Feels like punishment. Wrapped in a
Maybe I need to talk more. Okay, so this is a very neurotic thing that I'm going to say, and this is not for everybody. This is not for people that like people. This is only people that are interested in min-maxing their time, especially if they work from home. So in 2003 or so, I got a job as a financial advisor. So basically, I was like a stockbroker. I was Series 7 and all that shit. And which nobody tells you when you get that type of job is that you're a glorified telemarketer. It's literally a sales job. And at that time, you could telemarket and you cold called, right? And that was before the do not call list existed and all this and that. And it was tedious. Like, so I had to like at least cold call, like, I don't know, like 400 people a day or something like that. But anyways, it was hours of cold calling. And we got into this very, very specific program of efficiency where, you worked uninterrupted in 50-minute blocks. So you worked for 50 minutes blasting through whatever you got to do, and you segmented your day, if not your day, but your entire week out in 50-minute blocks. And then there was 10 minutes every hour to fuck around. And by fuck around, I mean answer emails, take phone calls, call people back. But in the other 50 minutes, you didn't do any of that other bullshit. You didn't answer your phone. You didn't look at an email. You didn't talk to the secretary lady. You did your work for 50 minutes, and you had to have like laser focus and everything else. So then the company like started doing these courses, and we would go to these. They would send us out to LA or a hotel or something like that. We go to these courses, and they would like, actually company wide, they did some sort of policy where they heavily suggested that no email was ever important and to only look at your emails twice a day. First thing when you come in and when you come back from lunch. And it's like any other email is breaking your workflow and to not worry about that. They even had it so that you just stop taking incoming calls and you call people back. It's like you got work to do your work, stay focused in those 50-minute blocks, and you'll get back to people. That's why everybody, because when people just are interrupting you, you get nothing done. And it's even worse when you work from home, because people think, oh, you work from home, you just have nothing to do and you just don't work all day. It's like, no, I got to do shit.
By the way, that you did.
Huh? Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, well, there's pitfalls to working for yourself. Is that you feel like you're never, like you have unlimited time off and you have unlimited flexibility. But if you don't have like rigid like tasks and lists and activities that you have to do on a daily basis, and like a list of shit you got to do. I got a list of shit I got to do. It's right there on the floor. Like right now, I need to make a video about getting Rachel Summers, and I need to do my Crucible. Then I need to do an insert for Raid Shadow Legends. Then I need to shoot a Raid Shadow Legends video. I got to get that shit done. And I want to get it done in the next 4 hours. Like, I kind of know I need to get that done with 4 hours, and then I'm going to fuck around tonight. No, this is just a, I mean, I swear to God, like, there's other types of jobs. It's just that I think being self-employed is a certain kind of mentality. And I'll be honest with you, everybody in my family was self-employed. There's like nobody in my family that had an hourly job or a salary job or a government job or worked for some sort of organization that had a pension. It just doesn't exist. All the way up, both sides of my family are self-employed, neurotic business owners. All of them. So I think like a lot of that is just the way you were raised. Watcher of Realms, yeah. Actually, I liked that game. Watcher of Realms was actually, like, I wish I would have known Watcher of Realms was gonna be as big as it is. That was a fun game. I liked Watcher of Realms. I remember thinking, no, this is a cool game, but then I was like, like if I knew, I don't know. I just wish I would have how do I explain it? I wish I would have gotten in earlier or knew that Watcher of Realms was gonna be that cool. I like Watcher of Realms a lot. I kind of caught on to it late though. And then something else was happening. Well, frankly, so when I was doing the financial planning, I mean, it wasn't, it was through, you have to have a license held at a company and it was a big firm, but you're 100% commission. So there's no, that's the other thing too, Sassy, you'll explain that. Like if you have like a very secure job where you know how much you're going to get paid and it's guaranteed and you have a pension and benefits, there's not a lot of upside. Where being self-employed, there's going to be significantly more downside and a lot of risk that most people are not willing to take and or stress. But the upside is a lot higher. A lot of people are not willing to take any kind of risk. They just want to go to a job, get their paycheck, and get a pension, whatever, 401k, and have good health benefits. They don't want to think about the downside. The risk is not fun. And everybody has a different level of risk that they're comfortable. I got a buddy who has a very successful company. He has 14 employees. And it's, I'm not going to even tell you. The business is kind of sketchy, but it's like all over the place. And he can be up big, down big, up big, down big, up big. And it's like, dude, I can't eat. And I'm going to eat a cup of noodles. And then it's like, nah, man, I'm going to go buy myself a G-Wagon. He is all over the place. I was like, man, I don't have that kind of risk tolerance. But to your point, Ceci, when I was doing the financial planning, it was very, very stressful. It was a high earner environment. It was like go find assets. I mean, this was 20 years ago. It's like, here's a phone book. Go get $20 million in 1 year, or you're fired. In assets to manage. And we're not giving you shit. You got to go find it yourself. You got to get on the phone and call people and say, hey, can I manage your money? And I drank and drank and drank, and they encouraged drinking on the job. Well, it wasn't discouraged anyways. Like I remember, I was in California and the stock market closed at 1 o'clock. And so there would be these like mutual fund wholesalers that would come and take us lunch because they want to present their mutual fund to us or whatever it is, their managed futures, their commodity program, whatever it was. It was always something different. Maybe it was an annuity wholesaler for some sort of whatever. It doesn't matter what it was, but it was some guy. Sometimes these guys were really fancy and they would roll up in like a Ferrari or something. These guys were like, oh, we're fancy. And so I wasn't fancy because I was like a newbie broker. I didn't make shit. I was just trying to scrap away on the phones, right? And then this guy comes in like a $3,000 suit, and they take you to lunch, and they take you to the nicest restaurant in town, the whole office, and they're drinking, and we drank, and then we called drunk, and we drank every day, and then when we got off work, we drank some more, and then when we went home, we drank some more, and then when we were going to bed, we drank some more. And I did that for like 10 years, and then I'm going to rehab 3 times and almost dying. Oh yeah, it spiraled me, man. Eventually, yeah, for sure. So what's the risk again? But here's the thing. I think I'm in a segment of a population that affects between 7 and 10% of the people. It's not everybody. I do think that a lot of it's genetic. Most of the people I worked with did not spiral the way I did. I spiraled pretty hard. Yeah. So I think a lot of those people had, they had a normal functional life, where they were able to control and moderate when necessary, and they showed up for work Monday morning, and they worked hard, played hard, but they had the ability to turn it off and moderate when necessary. That wasn't me so much. Yeah. Didn't go well. Had to happen the way it did. All right, we need to get Rachel Summers. It did have to happen the way it did. It just had to. I don't think it could have happened any other way. And there were parts of it that were really good, actually, until it wasn't. It was like fun with problems, and then just problems. But again, I think that my situation and my circumstances only hits a segment of the population, probably to between 7 and 10%. It's not, I don't think it's specific to the industry. I think it's specific to me and my genetics, let's say. Train any mutant. Oh, yeah, we got to do that. Play a raid. All right, we'll do that. Spend campaign energy. Okay. Yeah, if I feel like work hard, play hard, there's nothing wrong with that. Actually, I don't even think there's anything wrong with like weed and alcohol or whatever gets you off, right? I do have strong opinions about fentanyl and methamphetamines, but that's another situation, another story. But I have like no opinions on like alcohol or weed or any of that stuff. Like it's not bad. It's not evil. It's just bad for me. You know what I mean? It's like, it's kind of like my problem. It's not like and it's a segment of the population, and I just couldn't turn it off. And I think that there may have been a time where if I saw that it was a problem, or if I was able to connect early enough with that was a problem, or that it was becoming a problem, maybe early on. But by the time that it was a problem, I didn't want to turn it off, and it just consumed all of my life. This is the story, and straight up, I'll just put it like this. This is how people become homeless. Like, they just don't get the right kind of help, get stuck, you know what I mean? I know it's easy to say get a job or that it's their fault, but the problem is bigger than that. I don't think any of them want to be there, and any of them prefer that. It's definitely like a mental health slash I feel like a lot of it can be avoided if people get help early enough. And by the time that people do get help, sometimes it's too late and they're stuck in a spiral, and then they're disposable people once they're homeless and despised and a bane on society and a burden on society and criminals. It's kind of sad, actually. I do care about that. That's the thing, is like it's because I know that I'm not better than that, and that was the path I could have gone if I didn't get help. So and I had to go 3 times, and it was not easy. It was like I was really defiant to the idea, and my brain just was wired wrong or something. Horrible to be stuck like that and to do things that you don't want to do. It's possible. It's a non-zero chance, Demoline, but I don't think the numbers are as high as you'd say. Like when I go out and talk to people, because Kat, we don't do it anymore because Kat's pregnant. But before Kat was pregnant, and I still weekly go down to, should I name the organization I go down to? I don't think it's a pretty big organization. It's the 4th largest nonprofit in the world. Anyways, they have 6,000 facilities across the country. So if you want to figure out who it is. But I go down to a facility that once a week, and everybody there is coming off of the streets and they're in a 6-month program in housing. They're coming off the streets, or a lot of them get probation or parole, and they get kicked out of county jail or prison to go and do like their last 6 months there. So there's a lot of people coming out of prison and probation, and then there's people that are coming right off the streets. And then we've gone into the tunnels and talked to people down there, or the train tracks. There's a lot of people. There's almost 10,000 homeless people here, unhoused. Holy fuck! You know what? Some of the wording on things is bullshit, and I try my best. I don't know where I'm gonna draw the line, but I guess the new word is unhoused. I'll try, but I still want to call them homeless from time to time. Yeah, what can I do about it? Nothing. So I would say there's about a 40% of the people that are out. Well, no, we'll be back up. 100% of the people I encountered have some sort of drug and alcohol problems. I mean, I've not met anybody out on the streets or in the tunnels or next to the train tracks, whatever, that were not stuck. Specifically, alcohol, methamphetamines, or fentanyl. It's one of those three. 40% of them, I want to say, have mental health issues also that may have it. It bleeds. It's not a singular answer. Now, the question that you stated is that people got there for different reasons. I'm not sure. I really think that the drugs and alcohol is what spirals 99% of the people into that lifestyle. I don't think it's something else. I don't think it's any. I really don't. Not from the people that I've engaged, and I've engaged thousands. You know what I mean? I haven't met that person yet. I haven't met that person. Every person that I've encountered, it's something to do with most specifically, it's drugs. And what's sad is a lot of it starts off with pharmaceuticals. A lot of it starts off with pharmaceuticals because, like, if you have the disposition to love opiates and, you may get a prescription for Percocet, Vicodin, I don't know, Oxycontin, Demerol, whatever, Propofol, and it's just like, oh wow, this is what's missing from my life, and then you're sent home with a bottle of pills, and then you're going back to the doctor to get more, and then you're going back to a different doctor to get more, then you're shopping doctors to get more and more, and then you're trying to get it from your friends, and then you're buying it on the street, and then you figure out that street drugs like fentanyl and heroin are cheaper and stronger, and then you're doing that, and then it's over. It's over once you're down that path. It's a nightmare. Absolutely over. Game over. Throw your life down the toilet. And it starts with pills. Oh, that's so weird about the people who work the job with you. What job? I don't understand. What job? The stockbroker job? I don't know. I guess I don't understand. Stockbroker people? I don't know. They're fine. Most of those people are fine. We need to get Rachel Summers. Oh. So I was getting a divorce. See, that's a good question. I think my divorce. See, I went through a divorce when all that fell apart too. I don't know. I strongly feel that if there's like, let me put it to you this way. I think it's kind of hard to explain. Like I feel like a normal sane approach. Like if someone has observed themselves to be a problem drinker, let's say for example, hey, listen, that wasn't good. I had a bad weekend, or I got a DUI, or whatever, right? And that person will turn it off and course correct if they're just a problem normal person. Like they will say, hey, I need to back off drinking for 6 months or a month or a year or 5 years, or maybe I just don't need to drink anymore. And then they'll get their shit together. I'm talking like my divorce was fueled by my drinking. Me losing the job was my drinking. Like I think if I didn't have the disposition to alcoholism, I would have probably had a very different life in some ways. I don't know if that's the answer that you're looking for. I think a normal person will turn off the drinking part when necessary. Like someone that enjoys drinking that has occasional problems will be very rational about it. No, I'm gonna core her right now. I got my tinfoil hat. Yeah, can't relate. Yeah. In some weird way, people that have problems with drugs and alcohol, they turn like sane, rational, normal people turn it off. They don't hold on to it and let it drag them down until their deaths or whatever destruction that they go through. Otherwise it wouldn't be a problem. Does that make any sense at all? If people could just turn it off, they would. All right, we're back. We're going to go over the best way to unlock Rachel Summers, and that's going to be Seed Theory. We're going to be doing cores. I got 22,861. Now, I was going to stall getting her as long as possible, but they've put a couple events in the game. More importantly, I'm interested in using her today in Immortal X-Men, the first round of Cosmic Crucible. Now, the reason why I like stalling it, or if I didn't care about Crucible or the events, then I would stall it, right? Until the new raid came out, and which is like a week, right? We're going to be getting the new raid, which is going to be starting next Friday. So we'll see how that goes, right? But I got 3 shards, so I don't need to get a full 100. I only need to get 3. Now, Seed Theory is an interesting thing, which it's super scientific. Super scientific. That's what you need to do. And it's real. And it works. 60% of the time, it works 100% of the time. I didn't get that from a movie. That is this. I came up with that with myself. So, the way that we reset the seed, I feel like compelled to explain what Seed Theory is, but it's so ridiculous that I'm not going to do it because it's real and you just need to accept it as science. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset the seed by spending 400,000 gold, which back in the day, that was actually pretty impactful amount. So I'm going to spend 400,000 gold, and that way we start off with a new seed, and then we need to identify if we're in a good seed or a bad seed. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to open gold orbs, and we're looking for like a 1% drop. And if we get a 1% drop out of 10, then we're in a good seed. And then we will proceed to open and core Rachel Summons orbs. Right? It's real. It's not fake. Because if you're here right now watching this video, you are here for science, not fake, made up conspiracy theories or any of that. So we're going to open up 10 of these, and I need to count. That's the hardest part of that. All right, so I started with 91. And what I'm looking for here is a million drop or a purple drop in the middle that is like over 300,000. And that will count as a 1% drop. And we're going to just open these one by one because we're trying to get into that good seed. So the thing is it's not just a purple drop in the middle because there's two different purple drops and we're looking for the better of the two. One of them has 100 and something thousand, the other one has 300 and something thousand. And we're going to open these until we're going to open up only 10. And if we don't get that drop, then we are in a bad seed. So this is a bad seed right here. So we're going to reset the seed by spending 400,000. Why 400,000? I don't know. Because that's the way it works. Don't ask questions, just do it. It works. We're going to spend the 400,000 to reset the seed, and then we're going to go back and open gold orbs. Now, this does require having gold orbs to do it the way that I'm doing it. Other people have done it with other types of orbs. And I remember some from back in the day. I'm trying to think what kind of orb it was. Someone in the comment section probably remembers, because I used to do this with a different type of orb where I was looking for that 1% drop. But for today's video, I've got 81 orbs, and so we're left. So we're going to do it this way. Here we go. All right, here we go. It was a blue raid orb. Thank you so much, HS Slacker. Someone here on Twitch chat. Remember that, yeah, there was a way of doing it. All right. So this part is kind of a little bit tedious at times, but when we get through it and we get into a good orb, then we get to have fun. See, tinfoil hat. Maybe I need to put, maybe am I doing this wrong? Am I supposed to put the tinfoil hat on first? I can't remember the rules because it might make a difference. Oh boy, I think we're doing it wrong. All right. See, it knows that we're doing it wrong. Okay. Okay, I give up. I'll do it right. I'll do it right. We need to do proper seeding. All right. Now the seeding is ready. And now it'll work. I also, if you're watching this video thinking, how can I do seed theory? Well, it quite possibly you must have the tinfoil hat, because I think that, you know, Pathfinder and the powers to be over at Scopely, they know when I'm doing it. If I don't have the tinfoil hat on, I can't shield my brain from them screwing with my drop rates. I do think it has something to do with it. So, you know, step one, go get a tinfoil hat, you know, and then it's going to work for you. I promise. And if it doesn't work, try it again. Next character that comes out. And if it doesn't work, then try it the character ever. Because if you keep doing it, it will eventually work. I promise you. So there we go. And if it doesn't work for you, it's because you did it wrong and you didn't follow the rules correctly. See, that's what I'm trying to say. Also, it might be that you need the mobile gamer tinfoil hat. I'm just, oh, there we go. Yeah, let's go. Oh, wait a minute. Is this a double jeopardy situation where we pulled two 1% drops simultaneously? This could be one of two things. This could mean that we wasted the good drop here in this seed, or we're in the best seed of all times. It means one of those two things. It either means it either means we're in a good seed, or it means or it means if we're in a bad seed. It's just like back in the day, I used to manage money, and people said, people would say, says, Mobile Boomer, my name is Boomer. Actually, my name is Trevor. So they'd say, Trevor Gamer. I said, yes. Is the stock market going to go up or down? And I would go, yes. That was the answer. All right. I said, we're going to go. Let's go open up some orbs for Rachel Summers, and we're going to stand up and do it. What do we got here? We are the Chrono Warrior Orb, and these orbs here have a, what is it? I think the EV on this is close to 9.3, but, you know, they do have a drop, you know, they do drop 6 sometimes, and with my luck, it seems like I always pull 6. I'm wearing shoes today. I got flip-flops today. But for me, you know, it's like, when they talk about EV being like 9.3, that's because there's some really high drops, like the 180 drops, which are like 1 in 2,000. So in reality, this is going to average out really about 8, right? And so we are sitting on 22,860. So let's open these up. Without further ado, we got to get big money to whammies. Let's do it. And, you know, 6s are bad. That's going to be the lowest minimum drop. 8s are going to be average, and anything above that is gravy. So we got an 8 there. Okay. Oh, gave me a good one. All right, where are we at? All right, we're still getting some 8s. So we're kind of trucking along. What is that, 16? We got 22 so far. And then we started with 3, so we had 25 plus 6, so that puts me at 31. We are, this is abysmal. I think I used all my good, oh, there's a 10. Oh, there, we got a 10. Oh boy, so exciting. Now we need a purple, man. Did we use all the good luck up on the, and getting 2 at once there? Oh my God. That's what it is. I think that's what happened there. I think we are in just disaster mode. All right, 46. Not going well. We started off with 22.8, I think. So where are we at now? 18. Boy, I kind of wanted to hope to get this done in like 4,000 or 5,000 cores. I wasn't really wanting this to be like a 10,000 core proposition, but we will see. We have got nothing. 63 out of 100. So what do we need? Another 37 more. All right. Why do you suck? Do you hate me? I'm never sure if I should yell mean at them or I should be nice to them. You're trash. Do your job. Be the best you could be, or you're garbage. Are you garbage, or are you a good orb? He's trash. Okay, let's try talking to be nice to him. I need you to open your love to the universe and be the best orb you could possibly be. You walk in the sunlight, and you are destined for greatness. Oh, God, that didn't work either. It's almost like it doesn't matter. It almost is like it doesn't matter. All right. Maybe I need to turn my back to it. Oh, let's see here. Let's do this. I'm an orb. Did that work? Explode. Oh my God. Well, this is the worst orb drop. If I was, yeah, we got nothing. Yeah, because right now we're at 89 out of 100. So like 2 more orbs. Like I could save 1 orb if I get lucky now, but I'm not going to be able to save any more than 1 orb. It's going to give me a 6 drop. God, your seed theory is real. And the reason why it didn't work is because I did it wrong. I by getting there, the gold drop there with the 375 and the million, no good. No good. I used the good seed right there. So like if I had gotten the 375, then I could have came into the orbs and the good drop would have been in this, but instead I got the million gold. Do it right. Bye. That was a shit seed. You guys should have stopped me, chat. You should have stopped me from ruining everything. All right. It's all Pathfinder's fault. Pathfinder ruins everything. That's right, he did. So this is the question. $20? I'm gonna do 19 for now. Oh, there's a 19 and a half piece. All right, we're doing 19 and a half. So you guys know about the 19 and a half, right? Yeah, that's the 19 and a half piece. Ban people? Oh my god. All right, so she's 3 pieces. What was the general? I never, I don't remember. Hmm. I very may well take her to 20 someday. The question is, do I need to take her to 20 today? It's been brought up, Slacker. 1000% been brought up. Actually, I actually think that will happen. Yeah, raid team. Yeah, I can wait till I can wait till next Friday to decide. Yeah, I already see that is the best question. So I think the mutant to do prior to her was Apocalypse and Old Man Logan. And Old Man Logan specifically was a priority because he was not a viable option inside of the Professor X saga because of the way Shadow King node screwed him over. And I've already did Shadow. I've already did. Shadow King's done too. ISO attack, counter assist, type promo target piercing plus defense down. Oof, Raider's not even a good choice. Oof. How early does she go in the fight? Ugh, 124. Boy, this is not super clear cut. All right. So, this is the answer that is not great. When I am not sure on an ISO out of the gate, and let's say I don't see a compelling reason to do Striker, I don't see a compelling reason to do Raider, I do see, like, I'm leaning towards Skirmisher right now. So where I'm leaning now is between, I don't think it's Striker. I have a problem with Striker. I feel like Striker strips away vulnerables, and that could be a problem sometimes. The main thing I think that most people failed to consider, or things that I failed to consider, is that vulnerable on itself, the character is vulnerable. Increase incoming damage by 10%. Stripping that away from the target is not generally a good idea unless the damage is so impactful or the ISO attack is so impactful. You don't really want to just get rid of that for Olympic attack, right? I don't think Striker is that. I feel like Raider is always safer than Striker. And if she had any kind of an AoE ability, I would default to Raider. So I'm leaning more towards Raider or Skirmisher. Skirmisher also remove? No, Skirmisher adds positive effects. Yeah, vulnerables. Yeah, vulnerables. It only adds. Skirmisher only adds vulnerables. It doesn't remove. Striker removes vulnerables. Skirmisher only adds vulnerables. No, yeah. Skirmisher is the opposite of Striker. So the question is, does she have a focus problem? She goes third and she does damage. Yeah, she gets rid of positive effects, yeah. Skirmisher also removes positive effects, yeah. Oh, okay, got it. Got it. I got it. You're right. Let's do Skirmisher. I might switch it to something else later. I'm not sure. I don't know. This doesn't seem super obvious to me. You know, if she went first in the match, I would say it's for sure Skirmisher. But she doesn't. She goes third. Ugh, maybe Striker's the right thing. Does she do a lot of damage? Maybe her accuracy, her focus is fine though. Yeah, I'm leading towards Skirmisher. We'll try it out. That could be wrong. We'll see if it comes down to like, wow, if I go into battle today and there's a vulnerable out there and I attack with a Skirmisher and it's like, man, if I just had a little bit more damage, I would have been able to wipe somebody. I think that merits reconsidering. Yeah, I think higher stars and or diamonds, maybe Striker is the way to go. That's also a thing. Lower stars and or diamonds, people will sometimes default to Skirmisher. All right, I'll do Skirmisher for now. Oh, I haven't looked at it. Yeah, I haven't. I haven't looked at. I haven't reviewed and reconsidered my Professor X saga yet. So I don't know if I'll get to that today. That's what I was looking for. Good question, though. I'll tell you this: if I keep getting that question over and over again, then I will, at some point. Ooh! Oh my God! I got. Okay. Okay, we'll do it. Probably better off with low stars, newer characters. You also could wait for someone to firsthand go through it and find out what their experience is. If you keep asking the question you asked, though, I think it's a good question. It is a good question. It merits conversation, and if there's enough interest, I'll dig deep into a video. Hello. Yeah, I don't have an opinion yet on Blastar in the Professor X saga. I'm generally not willing to give suggestions on something I haven't done myself personally. If I have like 9 people here in chat say, oh, I used Blastar and he was amazing, I was like, then that merits a different consideration, especially if it's people that I've engaged with a lot. I'll tell you this, Fantastic Four MCU on the last set of nodes, you know, with Odin seems like a no-brainer. You have to use Lilandra and Odin. You should be using Odin. You don't have to. On the Hero Cosmic area, Fantastic Four, yeah, do that instead of Starjammer garbage. That's the only one that I'm like, I don't have no hesitation on that suggestion. The thing is that you have to kind of manage your bio gear a little differently when you go down that road, and maybe avoid characters like Gladiator. Yeah. Yeah. Dorky did a video. Well, there you go. That is a resounding recommendation. Now, when you do see, the problem with Blastar and Fantastic Four is they're all bio. Then you have to make a consideration so that you're not doing bio everywhere, right? So, like, what other bio would you not do? Like, we already in my last video, we had to yank some bios off, like Gladiator, right? Yeah, you dropped Gladiator? Yeah, Quasar is great. I'm guessing that these legendaries are the way to go. All right, let's do my CC. Yeah, we got to get to it because we're down to an hour and 20 minutes. Let's do it. Thank you. 1 hour and 22 minutes. Night Stalkers, Emma. That seems a little bit strange, right? Trying to figure out why they would do this. Can I use Cable King Moonstone? But I'm going to need Kang Skirmisher, right? Is that the thing? Is you got to do a Kang Skirmisher? Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking Kang Moonstone Cabal. As long as I have a Skirmisher on Kang to get through the taunt, and then I delete the blade as quickly as possible, right? Or Illuminati. All right, well, I have two options there. I think Illuminati is way safer. Sure does. We got null symbiotes. Not symbiotes, hive mind. There's a lot of things that shut that down. Immortals, Illuminati. I got a lot of options there, but I think that's the point. Let me use the restroom real quick. Yeah, it's not that they always lose. I don't know that they always lose. They don't may not. It may not be a consistent counter. And also, were they using Captain Britain? A lot of options, yeah. Illuminati. Doesn't yeah, I could use Starjammers in 4, but that's not what I really want to do. Yeah, that was a S6. There was an S6 team that beats it. You're right, Burnsy. There's an S6 team. I could use Starjammers if I don't want to deal with it, but that's kind of a waste because it's just a straight Illuminati. Hmm. Well, isn't there a risk of Shuri hitting Green Goblin Cassock right out of the gate and stripping away his charge? Yeah, this was a long time ago too. Orcus Apoc. So this is a Vigilante. I can use Vigilante on this Orcus. Oh, I can use the new Immortals, right? Who are we replacing on? Who are we replacing? Replacing Cable or Polaris? With Rachel Summers. Yeah. Beast? Okay. Vulture, Green Goblin, Slayer, Old Man Logan, and Craven. All right, Nightcrawler. That makes sense. How does Nightcrawler stop? There's turn meter. He's gonna shut down the turn meter from Nightcrawler. Oh, Nightcrawler stunned Shuri. I get it. So is Vulture, Green Goblin, Slayer, Nightcrawler, Old Man Logan. Let me make sure I've got. I remember this, yeah. So we stun Shuri because that's the problem. Is exactly that. Was that Shuri will wreck Green Goblin. Does Starjammers wipe that? I think Starjammers wipes 3. Mm-mm-mm. So just Green Goblin, Classic, Vulture Slayer, Craven, Old Man Logan. All right. All right. So Illuminati takes that. So we're getting rid of Beast on Immortals. Yeah, pause. Oh no, it doesn't matter. Pause doesn't matter. All right. All right, let's do this. I will wing it. Hey, I think we're gonna wing it. All right, let's do it. Echo. It's time for Cosmic Crucible! Alrighty then, we've got Blastar, we've got Rachel Summers, we've got some different things we can do here today, and we'll see how it goes. I think I have too much on offense the way I'm sitting right now. Like, I don't even really have like a solid Blastar plan currently. Why don't we just try Blastar out of the gate? This might be a mistake. This might be a mistake. In fact, I just thought of it when I was like sat down right now. So this could be a mistake. We will find out if this is a mistake within a couple seconds. So, yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to work or not. All right, well, let's see if any of these can, let's see, canoe benefits, bomb burst, also the player's bomb burst, attack, reduce the duration of positive effects, fire, gain crit chance, clear bomb burst, enemies cannot be revived. No. Oh my God, none of these work. None of these work. Well, yeah, none of those work, but well, I can say that he's not helping me, Eddie. I don't think we used him to in the best way possible, though. All right, well, I need you to save me, Blastar. Oh my God. End the match, please. Okay, then. Well, that did not perform optimally. We didn't lose, but holy moly, that did not do really what I wanted it to do. So, oh boy. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, now that we are done with that, we're going to test Rachel Summers out now. And a lot of controversy on who to replace here. Some people say Cable, some people say Beast. I got a couple of people saying, a couple of people have been saying Beast to replace. And I'm going to pull the trigger on this. I was kind of not sure at first. It's also worth noting that she has a 19.5 piece. But I've already done like the other key mutants after I got Professor X, so I'm not really sure what I would be saving it for. I mean, I've already done like Old Man Logan and those types of characters. So, and I have the resources right now. I'm gonna drop Beast. I know a lot of people want me to drop Cable, but we're gonna try it out. The rewind on Cable might be useful. Okay. We're going to try it. We'll try it. Okay, stun on Thanos. Oh no, I should be targeting I did that wrong. Yeah, the rewind is important right here. Rewind is important there, huh? That's not good. Please do something. All right. Well, that didn't really do what I wanted it to do at all. I did see a video with Beast where that worked, but it did not work. And we left ourselves a pretty big problem there with Thanos being above 50%. Yeah, I'm not really thrilled about that. All right, what's I can still clear, but that's not the point. I kind of wanted to one tap everything today. Yeah, we tried it. Maybe Beast was the way to go. I'm not sure. We will find out. I mean, losing Storm was unfortunate, right? Okay. Goodbye, Daredevil. Please stay alive, Punisher. Oh God. Oh wait, Punisher did survive. Punisher did. I was gonna say, if Punisher survives, maybe we have a chance. Wow, we are getting beat up here. Vigilante did not carry me here. Is APOC make all the difference? Wow. That's a pretty simple matchup without APOC, frankly. All right, not going well. This is atrocious. All right, well. Well. That is not great. Losing Punisher to APOC was just devastating. So, I mean, I think if Punisher could have survived, maybe there would have been a nice, clean way of getting through that. So, all right, come on, get through Howard the Duck. Get through, we got Lilandra with one more big burst here, right? Yeah, my Storm is not at gear tier 20. I think that is probably the reason why I lost that. So, that may be what my pitfall lately is, not taking Storm to gear tier 20. We're going to use this here. We're going to drop you and you. And we're going to put Old Man Logan here. And we're also going to put in Vulture. So the idea here is that Old Man Logan should help with Shuri. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to need to take my Storm to 20. I kind of did not want to, but I think that is the play. Let's see here. Goodbye. Yeah, Storm is also expensive at 4. I don't know that I want to do that. But I feel like the times I've lost is because Storm didn't do enough damage, or, you know, an 11 was hitting into her at 10, which feels bad. Let's just do a full Illuminati here. And then I have some options to finish up the other teams. You're going to be going early in the match. Okay. And then you are going to be going... Well, we kind of got to get it through you. That'll hit the whole clump there. Okay. Interesting. So we'll have to see. Where we're at. I think what I want to do. We got some problems left over. Okay. What team am I more scared of? I've got Emma for this team. All right. Let's go over here. Why don't we use some leftovers here? Theta Ray Bill, just for fun. And what else we got? Okay, let's do it this way. Okay, so we're just kind of using like a sloppy Odin team here. Okay, we got a basic. Okay, Mm-hmm.
They said it took a year to make it just right. A whole year of work for a half-hearted fight. But
We
here
get hit. He's gonna come down again.
Battle World's here and it's here to stay. Battle World, yeah, what a thrill. Rewards so low they barely fit the bill. Play auto and go 'cause I
That's unfortunate.
in Battle World I just sit back and sigh. Game mode hype like it's something new, but there's no point playing nothing much to do. They told us it's epic, but it's clear to see.
Okay, it worked out one way or another. All right, so we were gonna take in pretty much the kitchen sink on this last battle, which is gonna be Emma will shut down Nimrod. Then we're gonna take in like Quasar. I don't know. Let's just take in some goodies in here. No, I got APOC in here. I think too. Let me think about APOC might be the most helpful.
Auto that reward so tiny barely fill my sash. So here's to Battle World, all glitter no gold. A mode they hype, but it's already old. I clean my way through, no sweat, no
Okay.
thrill. In Battle World's world, I'm just
So we got Emma in there to shut down Nimrod. Okay, let's just go in like this and get some darkness. Probably could have used this team before. Right?
Thanks for a mode I don't have to play. I'll auto it down, save my effort for the day. Battle World's done, it's barely a game. Guess I'll log out and forget its name.
Let's get rid of all right. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna lose. We dropped what, 2 attacks? I don't think we needed to drop 2 attacks. I really don't. Yeah, I could have definitely brought Null into this fight to counter the Apocalypse first time around. And then I could have used Vigilante in a different room, and maybe I could have used like an Illuminati Null team there. Yeah, I could have done. I definitely think I could have done this a little bit differently. So we dropped 2 attacks. Let's see what my opponent did. I think they. Oh wait, they dropped an extra attack. Okay, rather be lucky than good. See where they had troubles. All right, there it is. Combat cancels for the win. There's 2, and then there we go. All right, a W's a W. Bye, guys. Take my money. I know, win when you can, right? know if I did this code yet. Oh, Cleed, congrats on the pregnancy. Thank you. Yes, we're expecting 3 months from now in early mid December.
Yo, Mad, that's cute. Now buy some more. We drop new kits just to feed the store. Power ain't free. This game's our grind. And balance? Nah, we left that behind. Free to play, that's fun to say, but ain't no profit in a fair way. We build the hype, then time to drop. And if you ain't spending, enjoy the shop. Cash over balance, that's the law. Turn your roster into revenue raw. Complain all you want, we don't flinch. Every O patch got a cash grab clinch. Look, your power's low, that's by design. It's not a bug when the loss feels fine. We ain't here for dreams, we here for math. And the whales, oh, they clear the path. Mirror match, nah, we twist the rules. So you gotta pay up just to use your tools. G20 locked, hope you brought that dough, or you'll fall behind by next milestone glow. Cash over balance, make it rain. Every new team got a built-in chain. We don't tune kits, we tune demand. Wanna compete, better pay as planned. We see your posts, your rants, your charts.
All right, we got pushed a little bit. Let's just try that.
Crucible's trash. Cool story, bro. Did you bring that cash? OP ain't broken, it's profit unlocked. A beautiful scam wrapped in digital stock. So cry on Reddit while we swim in bucks. We drop no fixes, just skins for cups. Cash over balance, that's the game. We broke your fun and trademarked the name. Pay or lose, that's how it goes. Now get in line for them OP shows.
No. No, no, no. All right, hit everybody but my Professor X. Thank you. Still have a chance. Who's going to be the most annoying? You are. Goodbye. All right, I need to get Human Torch to 11 as soon as I can. If Torch is 11, we can do F4 Emma APOC. Don't you get stuck behind Frank the Pedro Taunt then? You get stuck behind the Pedro Taunt. Okay. I want to try that actually. I want to try that without. I actually want to try that. That sounds super interesting. That's a video. Yeah, I'm missing pieces on Human Torch. All right, let's see if it's enough. I don't think he. I think he's gonna die. No, he died. Interesting. Super interesting, actually. All right. All right. I need like 25 pieces of each. That's super fucking interesting. Yeah, that's super interesting. It made my wiener tingle. Not really, but anyhow. Flame on. How am I going to get those pieces? This is the first time I've wanted to buy something. Battle Pass. See if it's even for sale.
Yo, let me tell you about Hercules, the new guy in the game. Big muscles, big flex, but there's something kinda lame. They gave him all the
Kind of.
legend, the fame, but look at his chest. No nipples, what a shame. They say he's a god, but where's the proof? A man so ripped, but he's missing the truth. Even Hulk's got him, green and mean, but Herc's walking around with a chest too clean. Herc ain't got nipples.
15 and 15. But that's over the next 2 weeks.
Killmonger's fierce, but no nips on his frame. Beast is all fur, but his chest plays the same. Mephisto's a demon, hot with the fire, but no nipples on him. Was it Hell's attire? Hurricane got nipples. What's up with that? Flexing like a boss, but his chest looks flat.
All right, well, there we go. All right. Well, there's a reason to buy the Battle Pass. I'm not gonna have to spend any money though, because I've been sitting on Ultra Cores. I've been sitting on Ultra Cores for a minute. I don't even know why I have these Ultra Cores. It does hurt sitting on them. Yeah. So where are we at on this now? Whatever, we're very close. 5-1. Only whales can feel the pain. I know, right? They got to use them someday. I mean, they're literally just sitting there. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a lot of bio gear that I've gone through. A total. This will be the 5th bio character I've had to do in a minute. I see. Yeah. That's that. That's that. All right, we're gonna watch this CoffeeZilla video. Hope you guys don't mind. I don't care much for politics in general, but the Epstein stuff is pretty interesting to me. We're gonna watch it. Babe! Babe, new Voidzilla. Or I can go offline and do it. If you guys don't want to watch an Epstein video by Voidzilla. I might just go offline. Let's go watch in the bedroom. Yeah, I'm gonna go
What we
offline.
watch in the bedroom.
Yeah, well, this is what we're gonna watch in the bedroom. We can watch in the living room, but we'll watch in the bedroom. We
No,
have
you're
better.
gonna fall asleep if we watch it in bed.
No, I don't think so.
No, you did once.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Are you
I
done?
will make Cypher Dorks. Let me take down your name real quick. Because I will make a. I'll say you're the one that introduced me to that.
Drop the link.
Yeah, I know. I here's the thing: is like it's impossible to talk about stuff like this without it getting political. Even though I don't think this is political. Like Epstein stuff. I mean, it involves politicians, but to me, this is about people in power and rich people being able to protect themselves. And I think this crosses party lines. I think this is both parties have a problem with Epstein. Yeah, I think all sides are probably don't want this shit out. I'm guessing.
I don't care who's on there. If you're on the list, you're an asshole. You're a creep.
Oh, it's not mention you? Okay. Well, see, if I say you were the person that introduced me to the team, that's fine. Because the problem with it is that people say, well, you didn't Google every single YouTuber out there. And this guy with 10 subscribers put it up first. It's like, how the fuck was I supposed to know? All right, we're going to go. Let me raid somebody.
Raid?
Which,
Raid Shadow Legend!
go to Twitch. Hey, more nation.
Thank you guys so much.
Who is this guy?
I love it.
Is this guy organic?
Oh my god. Why is his face like that?
He's
Is that a filter?
Friday Stranger. No, that's his face.
Guys, holy and punt. Oh my goodness, Moody Borwell, come in. My goodness gracious,
He always streams like that.
I've just been blasted.
I know, but is that a... Oh, it is a face filter. I was like, does he do that makeup every day? That's dedication.
Thank you so much.
I like this guy. I don't know if he's organic or not.
My goodness, let's pump those muscles. Gee whiz. Thank you so much, guys. I can't believe it.
He doesn't look like a sponsored streamer.
I like him. That was fun. I think he's organic. He showed up in chat before.
Yeah, I think he's organic. Okay, we're doing this then.
Play more.
I've never seen this guy before.
Scottish.
I like this guy.
Mobile Gamer is in the house. How we doing? Good to see you. Guys, Mobile Gamer, you need to go and check this guy out. I'm just pumping these muscles. Mobile Gamer is probably one of the best streamers for Marvel Strike Force that I've ever met in my life. And the guy is like us. Oh, he is so good at what he does. He's so funny. He's entertaining. Go across and check out Mobile Gamer, guys. Can we have a shout out for Mobile Gamer, please, guys? Give him a shout out. He's an absolute star. I said the best. He probably is the best in this category.